this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Run the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. The young, incredible one is the
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended. Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Chicago. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second and a yard, Newton flushed out right. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. Now Newton. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time,
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sammy Watkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Hey, alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
that was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go, bring it on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Mike 3. Mike 3.
Here's Trubisky going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran it.
And this is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards.
Hey, echo. 10's the mic. 10's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Ran, up. Here, guys. Mike T. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mostert. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and 2, Newton. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Newton dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
The Bears take over. Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the left.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Ryan Anderson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Throwing on second and long. Trubisky going for Metcalf. It got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Trubisky will throw, trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, ball. 0-0, Mike 3. Hey, Alpha. Pick it up. Mike 3.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Trubisky now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Crunch time, defense.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Newton. They'll roll him out right. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Newton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Lucky. Hey, alert. Five.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. Third down here.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, 97 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
What we got? Mike 20.
Throwing again. Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards, the final tally. Trubisky now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Here we go, check him out. Check the call.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Line 36. Line 36. Hey, here I come.
Now Trubisky. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
180. Ran. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Mike, 36.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Silver.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Trubisky to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Newton now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mostert. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, Newton escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vincent Mayowa. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Newton now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
From the gun, here's Newton. Lets it fly for Thielen. And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Completes it to Hardman. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 98 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And that's the type of play that will give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes with them. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 41, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He'll find Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Watch 36. 36 the mic. Hey, ball.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Trick pass.
Trubisky to throw again. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 36.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott on for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Bears 62, Vikings 31.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 780. 20, Mike 20. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
All day, baby. All day. All day, baby. Check. Switch it up.
Trubisky will throw. Flush to his right. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield.
Here we go.
He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
Eight. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Red.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Bears 69.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Trubisky. That is caught at the 7. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by one more.
Bears 76, Vikings 33.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.